It is well with my soul. I have always wondered why, even when things are not looking fine, I just had that peace. Well, sometimes. For the past 2 years, I've been fighting with my mind, trying to understand why a lot of things were just going on and were just happening at once. I was feeling lost and tired and like a sudden failure. At some point, I thought God wasn't there anymore. The reason was because I never knew I was changing. I never knew that God just started a chapter in my life. I was caught up with worries about what the future holds for me. I was also thinking about getting admission into my dream school. I was just distracted by the situation around me, like the disciples on the boat. Funny enough, I had clear dreams that I got the admission I wanted, but I was still worried. Like the disciples forgot that Jesus was in the boat. I was worried and forgot that Jesus was there all the while. I cried, I laughed, but I was still afraid of staying one more year at home. Thank God for my mom, who always told me to stop worrying, but I should be still. I refused and continued worrying. Someone also told me that no matter what, I should stop worrying and flow with life. But also, I refused. I thought overthinking was the best decision I could make to help me mentally. So, at some point, I stopped overthinking and began to appreciate that one day I'll get the admission. And as the disciples called Jesus from the boat, I called him, and in his word he said to me, "It is well with my soul." After 7 months, the list was out, and guess what? I got admission to the University of Nigeria, Enugu, as a 200 level medical student after my A-level program. Sometimes life feels heavy. We face challenges and moments where everything seems uncertain. This phrase isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about knowing the ups and downs, the messiness of life, and still choosing to trust that somehow it will be okay. It's the quiet strength that comes when you accept that everything is in control, but you can control how you respond. It's about leaning into hope, even when you can't see the full picture. In my own life, I've had my shares of tough seasons, times when the weight of the world felt unbearable. But in this moment, I have found that there is a deeper sense of peace that isn't tied to external circumstances. It's the peace that comes from within, from knowing that I'm not alone, that at the end, it will get better. Saying it is well with my soul doesn't mean you have all the answers. It doesn't mean that the pains disappear overnight. But it's a reminder, in the end, I'm okay. You're still standing, and you can face whatever comes next with a sense of calm in your heart, trusting that you'll make it through. It's a reminder, no matter what life throws at you, you have the strength to keep going and to find peace in the process. Philippians chapter 4 verse 6 to 7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guide your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus." Peace that goes beyond understanding when we surrender our worries to God. Just keep moving, one step at a time. Everything will fall into place, and someday you look back and see how this was just one part of the journey. It is well with my soul.